Hey everyone, welcome back. And this is my another anime review. This is my review of the anime series The World is Still Beautiful, or Soridemo Sekai wa Utsukushi, which literally means, even so, the world is still beautiful. It's up here. It's up here. Okay. Another anime that ended for the spring of 2014, and it was one of my favorite of this season. In summary, it's basically a romance anime, but it's one of the, I honestly personally think it's one of the best well done romance animes I've ever fucking seen. Period. Okay, it was so well done. Now, and I'll get to that after I get to the main plot synopsis of this series. So, our main character, Nike Remirsir, is the fourth and youngest princess of the Rain Dukedom, and who is being sent to the Sun Kingdom to marry the Sun King. Livius, however, she finds out that Livius is a child. In fact, does it say? I don't think it says how old he is, but he's basically a child. And that's basically the controversial part of the series, is that, she's dating it, or she's falling in love with a child. I think I heard someone even call her a pedophile, but I don't think she's really supposed to be 18, so that doesn't really count here, at least not yet. In fact, I don't think she's even supposed to be 17. I think she might be like 15 or 16 or something. Something like that. So it's a bit better, I guess. But really, I didn't really find any issues with it in general anyways, because Livius is a type of male character that, due to his mother, Sheila, dying when he was young, and his father, don't know where the fuck his father was, he was actually forced to ascend to the throne. He didn't want to, ever, but he had to. He had no choice. He was forced to ascend to the throne as the Sun King in order to help lead his people and whatnot. So basically, for years he's been acting as like this grown man trapped in a child's body, essentially. That's basically what he is. Okay. Although, it's kind of weird with their relationship, because at first, it seems like she's more of a big sister to him, basically trying to fill the void that Sheila left after she died, although Sheila was his mother, but whatever. But later on, they do end up developing deep romantic feelings for one another, and finally kiss at the end. Although they do kiss a few times before that, those kisses are basically just Livius kissing her without her permission. Essentially, he just brings himself in and kisses her right away. But that kiss at the very end of the series, though, is a double mutual kiss, I guess you could call it. And one thing interesting about Nike, and really her family in general, is that they have the power to call the rain by singing a special song. For Nike, the only song that she ever really sung was called Tender Rain, which I really hope that's a real song, because it's so fucking amazing. A lot of people were getting sick of it, myself included, because it's the only one she ever sung, but it was amazing. And then at the end of the series, we saw Nike's grandmother sing a different song called Farewell Rain, I guess, which is sung to anyone who's basically leaving the kingdom of theirs, supposedly permanently, even though I'm sure that she'll want to return sometime to see them, but you get what I mean. This series was very well done. Okay, forgot to get the technical stuff out of here. It's directed by Hajime Kamegaki, music's by Kosuke Yamashita, and it's by Studio Period, which you might know from Naruto and Bleach. As well as the spring season as well, they're also doing Baby Steps, the tennis anime, and they're also doing a few for the summer too. And it originally ran from April 6, 2014 to June 29, 2014, with a total of 12 episodes in the end. So yeah, there's only 12 episodes, but despite that, it was paced so well that all of these characters that you end up meeting, you end up caring about so much. You know, Nikke and Livius, obviously. Even Neil, who's basically Livius's personal aide. You don't really care about too many other characters from the Sun Kingdom, but when you finally go to the Rain Dukedom, there's Tetiru, the reigning Duke, and Nikke's father. I don't think we. Oh yeah, we do. Well, yeah, we do actually see him. Never mind. He's kind of a joker, but he's a really funny character though. Then there's Iraha, who's Nikke's mother. She's a really likable character. Then there's Nikke's sisters. Her three sisters, mind you. Mira, Nia, and Kara, who are all three really likable characters. And then there's Kitora, who's Nikke's cousin, who was actually a villain when he's first introduced, but he turns into a very likable character in the end. I can't find the name of... Oh yeah, Nikke's grandmother. Okay, Nikke's grandmother's name is Tohara. All right, and even Nikke's grandmother, who turns out to be like the main antagonistic figure of the series, turns out to be very likable in the end. The reason why she's an antagonist towards the end of the series is because she doesn't want Nikke to go live over in the Sun Kingdom. Basically, Nikke's father sent her there without Tohara's say-so first, and there's a few reasons for this. One, because she loves her granddaughter, obviously, and she's worried for her. And two, because supposedly there's like this unresolved plot thing, at least in the anime, where Nikke's power is so great that if it falls into the wrong hands, it could destroy the world or destroy the country or the kingdom or whatever, the dukedom, whatever. Well, and I'll get into that later on, okay? But at the end, she finally does decide to accept it, and then sings farewell rain to her and Livius and Neil, as the three of them end up, but mainly her and Livius, as the three of them decide to end up sailing back to the Sun Kingdom. Okay, and that's basically the plot. I really love that just in 12 episodes they managed to flesh out at least a lot of characters from the Rain Dukedom, such as Tohara and Nikke's sisters and Nikke herself, Kitora, and then also from the Sun Kingdom himself, Livius. And even Neil's a very entertaining character to watch, although none of the other characters I thought were too entertaining. I know they're supposed to be played up for comedy relief, but none of the others I really felt were too entertaining, to me personally. Okay, but anyways though, so that's pretty much the characters. There's lots of characters in the series, and most of them are really cool. Especially Livius. He's my favorite character, because you really feel sorry for him, okay? I mean, he's just this little kid who basically has to run an entire country by himself because his mother, Sheila, was I'm not sure if she was killed or if she just died. But actually, I think they might have said it was some sort of a disease or something, but I'm not too sure. And at first, Livius just sticks close to Nikke because he's trying to fill the void in his heart left by Sheila. And she ends up slowly turning him from this like ruthless king into a very kind-hearted boy. But eventually, his feelings for her does develop into romantic feelings, obviously, definitely. So yes, but anyways, that's pretty much all I have to say about the characters. There's lots of really awesome characters in this series. Now, the plot is actually quite original, and it doesn't get completed, I feel, because there's a whole plot development that was mentioned but never explored, where Nikke's power is so great she could like destroy the world or something if it falls into the wrong hands. I really want them to make a second season, because if they do it right, I think they can span that across an entire second season, and still that would be great. Now, the manga was started in 2012 and it's still ongoing, so they might have a second season. I'd definitely watch it if they made it, okay? Anyway, so the music in this series is so fucking amazing. Like, first off, the best part I think is Tender Rain and Farewell Rain. Both songs which are phenomenal, beautiful songs. But the rest of the music's beautiful as well. Especially like the sort of sad type of music, I guess you could say, when Livius is crying, or when Nikkei's feeling sad, or when any of the other characters are feeling sad. It complements the series very well. The art I do like, even though it's nothing groundbreaking or revolutionary. And the animation. Now, first off, Studio Pierrot definitely has a great track record with great animation, I think, but this is some of the best I think I've ever seen from them, period. The animation in the series is really fucking good, okay? Like, it's so fluid. Even in scenes where you wouldn't think that they would. It is, and probably the reason is because unlike, say, Bleach or Naruto, which are so fucking long, so they kind of have to conserve budget, this series is only 12 episodes long, so it's like, if they would have conserved a huge amount of budget here like they did with, like they always do with Naruto and Bleach, then I'm afraid that the animation would probably be fairly shitty, if not total shit, in this series. So I'm glad that they did, and I'm glad that they really went all out with the animation in this series, okay? But really, I think that's all I have to say about this series, though. It's really good. I definitely recommend it. It's not my favorite anime of the season, but it's definitely up there, and I definitely think it's great and one that should not be missed by anyone. I really hope that there's a second season sometime in the future, alright? Anyways, overall, hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.